everybody, it's Lee here from Andertons TV, and I'm very, very pleased to tell you that we are launching a drum show as of right now. So I've got our drum department manager here, Rob.
Howdy.
And our drum presenter, our Super Drum Pro, Toby.
Hello.
And we'll find out a little bit more about these guys in a minute. But yes, if you're a drummer and you want to watch cool shows about, reviews on everything from affordable drum kits through to super sexy top end stuff, you are in the right place. So stay tuned. Rob, tell us a little bit about your background.
I'm more from the teching and geeky, setting up, designing gear, making sure it sounds good. So when pro players like Toby rock up, they're already ready to go.
Cool. You've been playing drums for long?
I've been playing drums 20 years this
20
year or
years.
something. Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah, fair while.
Have you teched for anyone infamous?
A few, yeah.
Come on then, name drop. We'll get Clang.
Thomas Lang.
Clang.
Simon Phillips, because he
Clang.
was in last year.
Anyone else?
Toby.
Clang.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you're our drum department manager, and your favourite drummer is?
Well, I was going to say Phil Rudd, but he's probably in prison by now, isn't he? So.
We can have Phil Rudd, that's fine. So yeah, Rob, I'm only doing this one video just to get them off the ground. Rob will be your normal sort of drum presenter, and Toby here is a pro.
So
You are a working for a living drum professional.
I do, absolutely, yeah.
So what do you do?
Currently what I do is I dep, predominantly in London. So from a young age, I learned to read, and so I dep in London on a lot of West End shows. So I get paid to learn a show, and then when those drummers are off touring or doing any other work, I get called in to cover and to dep.
Cool.
But that can be anything from, there's no guarantees. So some weeks I can do 8 shows a week, some weeks I can be doing sort of, 1 or 2. But I mix that in with, initially when I began, I started out doing pop and still do branch into pop. I'm not exclusive to theatre and so on. So my average week can be anything from sort of, Wicked, Billy Elliot to Motown, to working on pop stuff as diverse as Shaun Ryder, to other things like with actresses like Celia Imrie. So it's just a diverse mix of things. But mainly I am UK based now, sort of working in and out of town really.
Much on the world tour scene? You ever done sort of a...
Yeah, well I used to do, sort of way back when I wanted to, when I was a lot younger I wanted to do heavy metal touring. And that was also in a theatre remit where I'd do a theatre tour which would last about 4 years. And that would be international, something like, to sound very Camp Lloyd Webber stuff, like Cats would be 4-year tour, 4 weeks in each place, all over the place. And then when I was very early on, I did a lot of pop stuff, and that was a lot of TVs with Shaun Ryder, all the Seahorses, those kind of things. And that entails TVs, touring, European world tours, and so on.
Cool. Have you done much teaching?
Yeah, I do teach. In fact, I only teach in one place, and that's because I live up the road, and I'm very, very lucky that I teach also at the ACM in Guildford.
Okay, cool.
I've taught there off and on for about 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Mixed
Awesome.
in, so with Pete Riley, Frank Tonto, Sturgis.
Clang, clang,
characters.
clang,
Yes,
clang.
exactly. So that's the only place I teach. Otherwise, I have never taught privately, purely because of commitment with industry work.
No, that's cool. Well, I'm excited about seeing these two talk about some drums. So, Rob, what kind of drum shows are we going to have every week on our new drum show, which we need a new name for?
Yeah, we'll title every video differently.
Okay.
But pretty much we're going to do a guitar-styled drum show. So we'll have David and Goliath, general reviews, which will be individual items or a group of items. And then, we'll come up with some of our own.
Awesome.
We got to name them, so yeah.
So I like the
them.
sound of that. So we're going to do. I appreciate. Obviously, we've had Andertons TV has been all about sort of guitars and bass guitars for the last couple of years. But we've got some cool show formats that we're going to try and replicate for drums. So if we've got something uber gorgeous like this Pearl Masterworks kit, that'll be what's called a top shelf drum show. So that'll just really be Toby playing, not a lot of talking, just very much focusing on the drums. David and Goliath is one of my favorites, which is where we get something really affordable and something quite a bit more expensive, but that are the same kind of thing. So it could be a cymbal thing or a snare drum thing, or could even be hardware, and we just shoot them out, and we see, is the dear one worth the money, or is the cheaper one just insane value? We're going to have regular reviews, so you kind of, we'll look at all different price points of drum kit and drum and cymbal stuff. What else do we do on the guitar side of things as well?
We're going to have guests. We've already got a few people lined up.
Yeah. Awesome.
So when the captain meets, it'll be
someone else. It'll be the sergeant meets. It'll be the vice admiral. I'm sure there's another kind of show that we do that's really popular and I can't remember what it is. But hey, subscribe and find out. So to give you a flavour of kind of what the review things would look like, as this kit is already set up, why don't we talk about this? What have we got? What is it?
This is a one-off. This is designed by Andertons.
What?
This is...
Who let you design a drum kit?
You did.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I designed this one.
It looks stunning.
It's beautiful.
Well done me for letting you design it. What is it?
So it's a Pearl Masterworks. So every Masterworks, if you order them correctly, you're not just ordering off a menu of drums. You don't just go, I want that size in that colour. You can tailor everything to your needs. So we've gone for a striking blue Andertons related stripe, but on a beautiful natural finish. Drums are 10x7 and 12x7, so the stripes match all the way through when they're set up like this. The stripes get bigger as the drums get bigger. The badge is in the middle of the stripes. There's little gold touches to the lugs, the badge, and the air holes. So, yeah, really nicely designed.
Yeah, you got the aesthetics nailed on. What about the actual structure of the kit? What are the shells made from?
Well, each drum is different because obviously we want each drum to produce a different kind of sound. So as the drums get bigger, there's more mahogany in it to give it the low end. They also get thicker. They also have different hoops on. So the two rat toms have got the tune true hoops and then the die cast on the floor tom. Also got an extra wide front bass drum hoop just to aesthetically make it look cool. Yeah, they're special drums.
Lovely kit, isn't it?
It is. It's stunning. Yeah.
And what's the deal? So obviously this one's for sale, but if somebody said, I'd like this, but I'd like it, to my own spec, do they just phone you and?
Yeah. So just ring the store as the usual number, ask for someone in drums, and we'll spec you one up. We have to talk to Pearl every time because they're all individual one-offs. But yeah, anyone can have anything. Your imagination is your limitation.
Me likey. You've had a chance to play it. Do you want us to give us a few licks? And I mean, is this like something that any drummer could use, or are the tom sizes more appropriate for a certain style?
It is. Because I think Rob's attention to detail. It is beautiful. It's the Rolls Royce of kits, and it would be a real privilege to kind of buy and own something like this. And as it's a one-off, but the finish and all the detail that's been put into it is extremely pleasing to play. But from my perspective, whenever I'm working in any environment, from the moment we got here this morning, it literally took me sort of, as it is, factory heads and so on, it took me about 10 minutes to pull out the notes out of the drums. So from a playable point of view, from my perspective, all I'm interested in is how accessible it is to me and how I would use it in my environments of work. And yes, it's a Masterworks, so it's stunning, but from a playable perspective and from environments, it would work in any environment. Any of the environments I work in, albeit if you're looking at doing live work, or I kind of think of simple things like how would this work in humidity, or if I'm abroad playing, to how would it work in the booths, in pits, in the West End, because in the West End, as beautiful as this finish is, totally irrelevant in a drum booth, say in town, but from a pop environment, it covers all bases. It is beautiful. And it sounds fantastic, it's most importantly, it sounds great,
Well,
very playable.
Let's do it. I'm going to put these horrific fashion accessories on. I did say I'd rather go deaf, but look cool than wear these. And then Pete said something along the lines of that means you can go deaf and blind this month, doesn't it? So anyway, let's go.
Protection first, as always.
So obviously when the guys do their reviews, they'll go into way more depth than what we've just done in. And I think a lot of the time they'll be responding to comments that you put in the section below about, what kind of products do you want to see demoed, what kind of questions have you got. And of course the idea is, Rob is in our drum department full time, along with, we've got 2 or 3 other guys that work, who are drummers who just work full time in our drum department. So if you've got other questions, feel free to phone or email them directly. But I think for now, this is the introduction to our new weekly drum show. So what we do need from you guys, what do we need from these guys in the comments section, Rob?
A name.
We need a name.
We need a name.
That's
It's currently just called The Drum Show, which I kind of like. It's succinct and to the point, isn't it? But if you've got a better idea, tell me my favourite thing. What is the plural of drummers? Or no?
Asylum.
Asylum. An asylum of drummers. Is that real, or did you make that up?
It is real. It is real, yeah.
Real as in what, a more sort of Urban Dictionary modern thing, or is that an old proper saying?
I think it's an old. I think it's an old saying. If you look it up, yeah.
I love that.
An asylum.
So what we're saying
It's quite
is that basically, a group of drummers
therapy
is basically a bunch of mad people, which we.
That's pretty much sums up our staff. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, cool. So comment below, please, about what you think this drum video should be called. But for now, I hope you will warmly welcome Rob and Toby to our video team and subscribe and watch more because, it's what we do.
Absolutely.
Right then. See you later.